Welcome, one and all, to another episode of SoulSym Sideshow. As usual, I am your host, Soulsym Mirak, and with us this afternoon we have Wondox, the Wonder King.
I travel, I see, I get.
Uh, um, Last episode, the last full episode, um, we ended with uh, discussion about building a sort of aspect coalition to um, look after things when the party leaves to go to their next destination. Kind of a security force for the world when the aspects themselves are handling other business. Um, and Wondox reached out to Dacus, the leader of the Iron Mantle um, security force, uh, or the Iron Mantle Guild, um, and requested information on some viable personnel. Um, so that is what we're covering today. And without further ado, Von Dox, where will we start with you? Are you still on the dog, or are you going to be heading to
Uh,
anything? What you got?
uh, First thing I need to do while I'm still on the dog is I need to go grab a set of armor because I was told that we need a set of armor for somebody. So I'm like, okay, well, since I'm here, let me go grab it.
Mhm.
Uh, our favorite Habo Gabo said just to go grab something from the dog. So go down to the armory. So I was given permission to go grab a good but not too good set of armor.
Okay. And you're going to do some blessing and chanting
Uh,
afterwards.
I was gonna see if I could be lazy and pass it on to somebody else because I need to go talk to some other people.
Okay. All right.
So it was gonna be like my excuse, be like, "Oh hey, I came by to come see you. Here's a thing, and yeah, put some enchantments on it."
Gotcha. Okay. So you grab a uh, decent, like honestly, a good quality set of masterwork half plate, um,
Mhm.
and head to your friend.
I I will walk off the dog, but when I get off the dog, I'm also gonna do our favorite roll time
Hmm.
and picking a vehicle from
Oh
another dimension.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
This was the negative energy one. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Um. Okay. Things.
I
Uh.
believe that one was the 75 percenters, so that one's the.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's been a week since your last failure, so yeah, you can try. You can try, kid. Yep.
Oh God, let's do it then. God, where are my DC rolls at? God, I'm trying to figure them out over here. Okay, there we go. Dice D100. Let's get it. Boom. Yep, I somehow made it because I went low. Let's go, boys.
Good sauce.
Thank
Um.
goodness I did not go high. Uh, all right, so 12. And now I'll leave it up to you what I find in the poison zone. I have negative effect.
Let's see. There are things that are loading, and they're taking their sweet time. Cause my computer wants to push me out. But it's all right, cause we live.
Of those days. All right, so just to give out a plan of action setup, grab vehicle, go see my lady, which go talk to the lion to talk to see about the recruits he's gonna offer. Go see a mechanist that and ask him about said person he gave me information about. And then, if I'm being crazy enough, I might go see a guy we just had an interaction with, which was Mac. See how
Okay.
you feeling? See how
Okay.
you, see how you
All right.
feeling?
Okay.
Do I need to warn my people about you? Do I need? Are we good, Mac?
All right. So, you are able to summon a Neflagu, um, which is a kind of a-
Describe him to me. This give me the best description my ears can hear.
yeah, I'm working on it. Neflagu. Okay, so it's you know the Marlboro from Final Fantasy, yeah?
God, it's no.
Put,
That's a.
put like the giant green multi-eyed thing that spews all kinds of like
Oh,
status
yes.
effects.
Oh,
Put
oh, sir, say less.
put that on Scorpion legs.
Oh, that's horrifying,
Yeah, yeah, it is.
man.
Yeah,
And
it is.
he answered the call. Good. Let's, let's make him a hot rod.
A hot rod, okay.
Let's make him a hot rod. Like think hold on, I got it right. I got it. So think the Vin Diesel car from Fast and the Furious,
Oh my
but instead of
gosh.
like the engine, it's a bunch of eyeballs that are just popping out of it
All right,
on the motor.
all right. Instead of a supercharger, you've got
A supercharger with eyeballs and
my
motor.
gosh. Yeah, not 12 cylinders.
It's gonna look
It's
horrifying when people look at it because the eyes kind of like they move and they grow out
12
of it.
sockets. I got you. I got you. 12 orbital
Oh god.
sockets. It's a 12 orbital socket engine. My my God. Okay. All right.
I really was like, man, let me make one of these a hot rod. And I'm like, oh, this is the one, boys. I got it. Said scorpion legs. I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
put all that, put that on top of the wheels and put it in the chassis. Let's get it.
Got you. Okay.
Someone pops
So,
the hood. Just
ah, my goodness. Okay. So you I'm working on an image for that, and then we're heading to see your friend to drop off this set of armor. Correct?
Our favorite witch in the Undercity. Because I feel like I need to have a chat with her because I feel like she's losing faith to me. So I'm like, okay, I need to come talk with her and see what's going on. Pick out some money, be like, hey, yo, let's have a chitty chat. So yeah, also I'm gonna do a little side roll to see what I have, how much money I got in my pockets.
Okay.
And I am reading this right. You did put the word platinum, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay,
That is
let's make it
deep
good.
pockets. That is deep pockets.
Okay then, because originally I saw gold and like you were like platinum, like, oh, sure.
In honor,
Are you
in
sure? You
honor
want
of
me to make me that
obscene
rich?
species. They are
Okay.
an obscene species, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Always have been. And this is the first time I've bothered or dared to actually stat them in any kind of a system. So,
Okay.
yes, deep pockets is an atrocious ability that effectively makes things.
Just buy your problems away, dog.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
you don't have issues. You have no issues.
Sir, I don't have any more anymore.
Like you were born with money spilling out of your pockets. What do you have to worry about? I wasn't
Yeah.
born with it. It happened like somewhere around puberty, closer to
I
like
mean,
adulthood.
eventually I got rich, but I wasn't born rich. I had to cheat and get some lucky rolls in life. Golly,
I
if
didn't
I
get
remember
into the
correctly,
criminal
it's
underworld by being rich.
I was already rich. Now I'm just richer,
Right.
trying to catch up to Zev. Don't worry about it.
Like just go into your pocket a couple times.
Every day I go into my pocket, reach in, I put it in pocket dimension. Oh no, put it in the bag of holding that I have. I still do have that bag of holding. That is stupid bag of holding. Ugh. And if I'm not incorrect, what every platinum is like 100 gold. If I'm not correct, it's
Yes.
1,000 gold. Okay, 100 gold.
Do, 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 do. 5e tools don't want to work with me today. That's crazy.
Mm.
It's all right. Um,
Probably on the block now. Probably on the block.
and our favorite witch is
Let me go look for a name. I had it too. Give me a second. You,
it Miss Lux?
Zeandra of the Dusk Weavers.
Dusk Weavers. Okay. Zaldiera. Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
because I feel like we had a great friendship, but some like recent activities have kind of like, oh man. Plus, she does enchanted items, so I'm like, easy clap. Just go over there, pay her some money, let her do it. Also, one other question:
Mm-hmm.
is she an actual witch?
Yes.
That like in the terms of like, oh, she made a pact with a devil.
She made a pact with an Eldrin uh with a Seldarine witch. So
So she's a witch's witch.
right.
Okay, then just I just had to make sure because one of these guys apparently who was working for me was also someone I needed to worry about, but apparently was not Benosmany.
Somebody that you was working with is a problem.
I mean, I understand I'm working with problematic people, but golly, I didn't know they were like full on problem.
I
Where I
mean,
had to worry about my life with them.
so you having to worry about your life was more about Asterisk trying to like you
Take
know
over.
keep trying to keep a lid on things because there was a lot of well that's an off camera conversation so we'll have that when we wrap up but
Okay.
yeah the whole Mac situation was more about Asterisk than
Then Mac. And
right.
that's why I'm like, go holla at Mac and everything. And maybe like, hey Mac, we're about to do a job, man. If you got some people free, Mac, just let me grab one or two. I'll pay some money for your service. I pay you and I'll pay the guy. Done deal.
a lot of confidence. So Zaldira, um, She is uh, chilling in her um, uh, um, 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 Yes, Guivas. Okay, dear Marcus. Okay, so she's in dear Marcus. Um, right. So I will move you to decent back and drop. Um,
Okay. Have I pulled up yet?
yeah, yeah. You have
Okay.
arrived.
Oh, before I get out the car, I honk the horn, and it like a horrible sound comes out, like. No. Oh, this is not gonna get old time soon. And just to announce myself as I walk into her shop. Hey, everybody. And I assume she has a front counter, or is she working the front desk?
She would have actually have a clerk. Mr. Wondox, what brings you in today?
Oh man, I have a job. I'm trying to get something enchanted, and I was also trying to see if the lady was in today.
Um, Mistress Saldera is she's in the back. Give me just a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And um, actually, I'm sorry. Before I go, what uh, what were you trying to drop off?
I pull out the armor and I show it off. I'm like, I need this enchanted for a guy. I was trying to see what enchantment she could provide to this armor for me. Don't worry about the cost. I'm good for it right now today. But I just need to know what options I had for this nice plate of armor. And I show her the plate of armor.
Oh, that is quite nice indeed. I'm sure Mistress Saul will want to handle this one herself, especially since you're asking. Give me just a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And she walks into the back, uh, and she's gone for about a minute or two um, before the curtains are thrown back in extremely lavish fashion as, excuse me, as you hear uh, heels clopping down the hallway. Wand dogs! I hear
Diera.
you. I hear you've brought me a gift.
I brought a gift and I was trying to see if you can enchant it for me. I know you are like the best that can do it. So that's why I came to you particularly. And I also wanted to see if we could have a side conversation if you had time.
Okay, and what exactly are you trying to do with this piece of armor?
Well, one of my associates, they asked me for a special favor, and I was like, I can go get it handled because I know one of the best who can do it. So they wanted me to beef it up with some enchantments because I know you're just God, you're just the best at it, and I know you. If I gave you a nice amount of money, could put some nice stuff on it for a friend
And
of mine.
okay, and what does this friend get into? What kind of
Ah,
work does he do?
they're gonna be doing a lot of punchy punch kind of stuff. So I was trying to see, look here, the armor's good enough for the punchy punch stuff. I was trying to see if you can help it out with like if a magic user just comes up and blasts it. If you could help with
Oh,
that.
so you want to put resistances on this puppy? Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
all right. Well, um, we'll call it 20 platinum. Pretty.
I give her I give her 40 out of right now up front.
Wow, you're you're rolling in it today, aren't you?
It's just a lucky day, don't I know it's crazy.
Well, since you're paying up front, I may as well just do the job right here. Um,
If we go in the back, you do it, and we have a private conversation.
sure. Yes, of course. Let's go to the back. This way, right down to my office. Actually, no, we won't do it in my office. My office is cluttered, junky. You don't want to be in there. Let's go over to workshop number 4.
Workshop number 4. I like that number.
All right. So as you walk into the room, you see all kinds of like wands and cloaks and boots lining the walls. Um, and there's a table in the center of the room with like workers' pockets lining the one side, and Zaldera lays the armor onto the table, um, and like fiddles through some of the wands for a second before pulling out this white wand with gold and purple stripes on it, like kind of like a candy cane. Um,
Mm.
and he says, "This should do nicely as a catalyst." Um, what did you say he was going to be dealing with? I know you said magic, but what kind of magic? We talking ghostly magic, just mages in general? What's
Just mazes in general. I doubt he's gonna be dealing with ghostly stuff. Well, that brings me up to my second thing I have to ask you.
mhm.
Uh, I, I'm not that likes to keep secrets on my hand, so I am forming a group of people who are gonna be traveling, and I was trying to come by if I could ask for one of your. Let's say if you can loan a worker. How long? I can't say how long, but let's just say I've come into some money that can pay for them and them being gone, so they could be of work, or maybe someone you have in mind that you try to recruit, but they just want to come through.
Hmm. So you want one of my enchanters or one of my prospects?
If that's not a problem, they'll pay for their time of, and they will be paid for both you and them.
You're paying me twice in
I
one
know.
day. What that's
I know it's again it was a real good day with money for me. Let's just say that.
okay. I'm rather curious as to why that is, but you know,
I mean, hey, look here. I'll put it like this. Let's just say I've discovered some things that keep me financially in the positive.
mm, it's very mysterious of you, Wondox.
I mean, hey, let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard the term aspects before?
Oh yes, I know a great deal about the aspects.
My goodness, like what happened? Like, did you ever run into one of them?
Um, Not that I can honestly remember, but I've read a great deal about them, especially its World Library being what it is and all that. Um, and I do remember hearing something about Sintis when I was a young girl being felled by an aspect, but I never met the young lady. I never met the creature. I only know that we had to move because of it. It's very interesting, very intriguing indeed. Sweetie, hello.
Oh, my bad. I got muted for a second. Sorry, yeah, someone tried to call me and I was had to mute that call. But yeah, they are a wild bunch. They are.
I can imagine. Are you trying to
Yeah.
tell me you count yourself among them?
Yeah,
That is impressive indeed. Hmm.
yeah, it is
I'll
these
keep that little
days.
tidbit to myself then.
I know. I just need it to be said because another reason why I had to deal with the idiot is because unfortunately he got himself involved in aspect matters he had to be with. So I'm trying to keep two things simple and separated, and it's difficult every now, or but I am doing my best to keep them separated.
Well, um, let's get disenchanted and then we can talk about personnel.
Okay, do you have anyone in mind?
I have a couple, um,
Okay,
but let's wait on that for just a moment. And so
okay.
you just want general resistance installed on the world enchanted into this
Mm-hmm.
half plate.
For the half plate.
This is this is a lucky friend of yours. I don't normally enchant things myself.
Again, that's why I know you're the best at it.
And she begins to kind of scribble over the chest plate of the um, the armor, um, and she looks like she's writing, uh, but the runes are not ones that, although she's writing, they are runic in nature. You can tell that much, but they're not runes that you're familiar with, at least not offhanded. And she's writing for a decent amount of time, actually. Um, um, as she uh, as she's writing, the um, the armor begins to glow very faintly, uh, and then she gets to and she does this on each uh, plate of of the armor itself. She, the breastplate, the backplate, the tassets, and the leg guards. Um, and that should do it. There. Now, this will require a degree of attunement and some adjustment time, uh, but as long as they have a little bit of magic potential, they should be able to fuel the runes that will keep them safe.
Would it take the standard 1 day kind of timeline? Say.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, darling. Just a single day. So put it on, get used to it, wear it around, um, and everything should be fine from there.
I knew you were the best. And I'm gonna see. Can I cast teleport on the armor and send it back to the dog?
Sure. Yeah, that'll work.
Cool. So I'm gonna send it specifically to the prince, wherever he may be, and he'll just receive a plate of armor in front of him. All right, and that's that. That note. So
Yes.
about the candidates.
Um, well, I have two. There is Mila, uh, and Faye. Um, Faye works She works in the Diorplatis branch of the outfitter. Um, um, and Dacus should be able to um, tell you more about her day-to-day responsibilities. Um, Arya, I'm sorry, Mila, on the other hand, um, is a young girl that I've been eyeing for uh, almost a year at this point, and my goodness, is that girl good at enchantment? Um, she's come in several times. I've hired her to, um, or rather, I've contracted her to repair a few things, and um, her work is impeccable. Now, since I have not actually been able to get her to join us as of yet, um, she seems much more insistent on working independently. Um, if you can secure a contract with her, then I will have no part in that. I
Okay.
have merely given you her name. But
Okay.
Faye, on the other hand, you'll have to take
See.
up with Dacus because he has, as I understand it, gotten a lot of good use out of her talents.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Probably best to hit the freelancer up than to hit up Dawkins because, dear God, if no, probably want to keep her around in the city. And this troop will be moving, if I had to say it.
That's entirely up to her.
I know.
I
I
just
know.
I know who the best are, and I don't really want to give you one of my closest confidants, but um,
That's fair.
if you hit any issues, if you hit any roadblocks, come back and see me. We can talk about someone else. But of those that I know that I am willing to part with, Faye and Mila are quite good at what they do.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, Miss Lady.
Is that all you
Now,
needed?
technically, yeah, that's kind of all I needed for today's x-ray of me traveling.
Okay, well, before you go, I did want to
Hmm.
ask, um, you and your aspect friends have anything to do with what's got Max so frustrated?
Let's say one of the aspects is Mac's brother, and leave it at that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Everything in life tends to be interesting these days.
So very interesting. You have been very busy, Wondox. We will have to sit down and talk about this more soon.
On another day, I know, on another day.
Hopefully, you're not trying to
Hmm.
consolidate the underworld under your control using this aspect power you've acquired. That would be most
Daria,
unfortunate.
Daria, if you know me, I like to have everyone keep their freedom on what they do out down here. I just wish to make sure everyone is under an understanding and that we don't have problems with everyone when stuff goes down.
All right.
And that's, I don't like to see the bloodshed in the streets.
As long as it stays that way, you'll have no problems with me. Take
And
care
that's
now.
what I always will do. And just like that, I kind of just like, I don't disappear, but I flash, walk out of there before she can see the next step.
Okay.
And I'm at the car. Okay, that was fun talking with her.
You got two options.
Man, I'm gonna. I'm taking second one with the wheels. Get those claws out of here. Give me the drag strip.
All right.
Yeah, give me the one with the motor showing. That's
Got
what
you.
we love
Got
to
you.
see. All right, so number 2, this one. I gotta react to this one.
Yeah, I got
Boom. That should be it. Yeah, so the second one, not the first.
you. Yeah, I got you.
Ugh,
Remove
that
Statuana.
was a
Okay.
lady. Oh God, who did I say next? Who's closer, Dawkins or Cog?
Um. Well. Uh. Phaso Prime is actually based in the same district as Dacus. Um. So. Um.
It's same distance. I got it.
Right.
Then
They're
we'll hit
probably
up Doc.
about. They're probably about 20 minutes away from each other, but they're both on Diormona.
Okay. Let me also add one more thing. The freelancer she recommended. Where is she located?
She is um, in um, she's also here in Dior Marcus. So she's probably about 40 minutes away from where you currently are. Uh, no, we'll call it about 25 minutes away from where you are. But she's in a slightly different direction than,
The other two.
yeah, but you would
Uh,
get to her significantly sooner because that's
yeah.
about
Let
an
me.
hour and a half, 2 hour drive to get to Dawkins.
Yeah. So I'll probably hit her up first, and then I'll hit up to Dockets. But while I'm going to her, can I ask the dog to give me research on the lady?
You want Indy to give you
Yeah.
information?
Yeah. If
Um,
Indy could like just pull me up on like a brief bio of the lady. Like, there's anything that's like, oh, hey, she might be inclined to agree with this, like justice and that.
okay. Um, yes, sir. I will do a search and provide information to you as quickly as possible. Um,
Thank you, Andy.
Mila Carter, uh, known for her um, unorthodox enchanting methods and rather uh, affordable services. She is a uh, she once attended the World Library Academy uh, and um, received several commendations in her first 2 years of attendance, but chose to drop out before the end of her degree program and has worked in Geomarcus for the last 3 years. Finances would indicate that there is uh, there's some issue that she is trying to compensate for, which is uh, a driving factor in the services that she provides and possibly a reason why she does not align herself with the desk weavers themselves.
Does she have known family?
She does have 3 young siblings and a recently deceased mother.
Okay. 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 All right. That's somewhere to start with then. Okay, I'll take that and thank you, Indy.
Of course, Master Wondox. Should you require any other research or services, please do not hesitate to let me know.
Will do.
And as you are, as you're receiving this information, you do arrive outside of uh, Mila's location, um, and it looks like um, it's a decent. It looks nice on the outside, but it's kind of small. Um, and it's a looks to be a townhome. Um,
Mm.
uh, Upstairs, downstairs, and um, you don't really hear too much going on, but you do hear a couple of machines running on the inside. Um,
Ooh. Okay, so I knock on the door.
who is it?
Potential worker, potential buyer.
Okay, give me a minute. I'll be right there. Um, and you hear what sounds like a sewing machine um, going, and then it stops for like it shuts off, um, and you hear heavy-footed like clomping towards the door. Uh, and on the other side of said door is a information. Not there. Okay, we will say. Okay, yeah, that works. Um, a young uh, Goliath female come to the door. Um, and she says, "How can I help you?"
Hi, Les, I'm looking for a Mira if she's here.
"Mm, the name's Mila. Um,
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I just got you as a recommendation recently, so just
and
trying to get names down.
yes, what is it that you need?
Is there any way for me to come in and chat it up with you? Because it's more of a proposition than it is like a job specifically.
All right. I mean, um,
You?
you mind if I finish sewing? I have a dress that needs to be done within the hour.
That's fair. That's fair. I walk in, follow behind her.
All right. Um, you have a seat there on the couch. Do you feel like you need want tea or anything? Like, can I
Nah,
finish?
don't worry about me. Trust me, I can. And then like I will slowly whip up a little bit of a drink out of thin air because of dear God other traits I have now. Would you like a sip, madam?
You can just you just conjure food.
Yeah, it's part of my, I could say.
Okay. Whatever. Can like I don't want to
Do
sound
you?
rude, but would a sandwich be too hard?
Nah, not at all. I whip up. What do you? What meat do you?
I'm not picky.
Okay, God. A honey ham sandwich. Any condiments you want, honey? Any condiments you want?
No. Just ham and
Cheese,
lettuce. Cheese,
ham and
lettuce.
lettuce. Okay, cool. I whip up a nice honey ham sandwich with some nice lettuce, iceberg specifically, with some buttered bread on it. So it has that buttery taste on top of the honey ham. And then voom, plate, voom, give it to her. Like, hi, here you go.
Thank you. Um, she starts to eat the sandwich, and this is good. All right. All right. So what do you got? What's going on? And she starts to details.
I'm I'm recruiting people for a task force. and I heard that you were one of the best enchanters in the city. And I was trying to see if you were okay with being, let's say, recruited for a task force job.
It depends on what the pay is and what I'll have to do.
Well, mostly just simple armor enchantments right now for a task force of people, making sure that the enchantments stay well. If anything breaks on them, that they can be repaired and magical wise. We're just saying, like, hey, a personal enchanter that can be quick to do a fixing or enchantment if needed be.
Okay. And do I have to like relocate or
I mean, we do provide a nice accommodation for you, or if you need a group of people with you, like let's say a family of five, we can accommodate for them.
she pauses when you say family of five for half a second.
Again,
Um,
I only say these names because unfortunately we've had to grab some people who needed to have multiple people come along with them and such. Because if I remember correctly, Soul above board, we do have people on the dog,
yes,
correct?
yes,
And I do assume some of them actually did come with family.
yes, there are civilians on the dog.
Yeah.
Um,
So okay.
okay, so I I would get room and board in exchange for consistent work. Is that what you're
Mm,
trying to say?
basically,
And
because the lady at the entrance, Miss Zadaria, she highly recommends.
Zaldira.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, okay. Um, how much pay we talking?
How much you want?
Uh,
I put out 5 platinum in front of her. How much do you want?
whoa. Um, are you are you serious? I was
Again, I don't put out money for jokes.
I was only gonna say about 10 gold, but
5 platinum, lady. And we're gonna be looking for helping right now. If you need improvements with your stuff, let us know. Whatever we can do to make sure you're doing your best. We want the best.
all right. Um, I will finish up this dress. Uh, and I've got two more pieces that I need to work on. I've got orders for, but
Mm-hmm.
if if and how frequently would the 5 platinum be a thing?
I mean, you can do 5 a year if you need that much.
5 a year?
5 a year.
Um, sure, yeah. Where do I sign? And would
I
you?
will, and I will whip out one of Darren Industries' contracts, as I'm assuming he has. I have stolen some from Indy
Mhm.
just to have that there. Dear God, did did Mojo ever say what he had laid out some contract details, or is that all, or just
No,
am I
he
freeballing it?
you're free balling it at this point.
Oh God.
He
Okay.
like
Cool.
he
Bet.
presented the concept and you have successfully run with it. So,
Okay. Cool. Bet. Do year in services. This is a year by year contract. Every year you're free to decline work and move on with life. But if you break contract before the year is up, you will be asked to return to let's say 20% of your already paid advance payment. So for her, it would be like 1 gold, 1 platinum back from the
mhm,
5. Will be asked to be paid back to us right now.
mhm.
Family and loved ones who are riding with you will be having medical taken care for them. Room and lodging will be taken care for them. She will be asked to provide enchantments for all said soldiers, I guess you could say,
Personnel.
because yeah, personnel soldiers right now. Because again, this is us making a personal enchanter for our army, basically. Our
Right.
task.
A
All
task
right,
force.
cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to
So
the
again,
task force.
yeah. So yeah, it's basically that right now. We will be asking her to get better on it. So again, we are asking for her improvement of her magic. So again, it's more like, hey, we're hiring you, but we do want to see if we can make you better at what you do. So that way we can be safer in our own midst right now about it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just basically like, hey, got kind of agreement right now. So again, hey, room for improvement, and if things get really, really well, you'll have a retirement fee, burden, God, what's the word I'm looking for? The retirement,
Retirement package.
yeah, a retirement package. After 10 years of service, which will be, let's say, 40 platinum.
And she is like she's reading over the contract and like her eyes get progressively bigger at each selling point within said contract. Um, and she says, "You, you must be very affluent man, sir. What did you say your name was again?
Wondox Wunder
I've heard that name before. Aren't
of
you
the
part of the church?
Church of the Loving Champ.
Wow. Um, yeah, I guess that's a pretty good, that's a pretty solid vetting right there. Yeah,
Trust
okay,
me.
I can,
hmm
I can do this.
Who all will be accommodating you? I do believe I hear you have family that does need care
Yeah, I've got two younger brothers and a younger sister. Um,
of. Okay.
my mom uh, passed a few years ago, or honestly, about a year and a half ago.
Hmm.
She got really sick a few years ago, and I had to leave school to
Step.
help take care of her and look after my siblings. So, uh,
That's okay. I also had to drop out of school on my end,
um,
but we do. We have to do.
but this job, I will give you my best. Um,
All I can ask of you is your best, and that you progress under our tutelage, become the best.
Thank you, Mr. Wondox. Uh, I have another client. I have a client coming to pick up this robe here in about an hour. Um, and if it's okay with you, I can bring the rest of my stuff to uh, headquarters
Yep, it's
later
up
today.
and here's a pass so you can come up there. God, because I know I need passes to go up top, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
So I give her a pass. So I hand her a pass after I see her sign it, and then I give her the card and be like, all right, we'll
That,
see you up on.
okay.
Just know, hey, it's gonna take a second when you see it. You're gonna see something. It's gonna be like, oh my god, jaw dropping, especially for the youngins. So just when you get there, try to get yourself ready. Kind of okay.
Yes, sir. I will not let you down. And you can. I'll be there. I'll be there this evening.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Thank you so much.
No problem now.
Uh, the loving
And
champion
then,
blesses us all.
hold on. Let me ask you one more question, hello, madam.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm assuming I did we write. So I got. Are we like writing that you're working for the aspects on top of the paperwork or nah?
That is a personal decision because y'all haven't even gotten to. the the draft, what Wondox brought to the table. Not what Mojo brought to
Well,
the table was, I'm thinking of assembling a task force to handle stuff when we're not around. And you're
hmm
like, bet I know some people. I'm gonna go do some stuff, and that's where we are. So,
okay, cool.
the
Oh,
name for what this is called has not been established yet.
okay, cool. I will go then. Let me inform her that much. Like, okay, before I go, and like, let me back it up and say before she signs it, I will inform her like you will be working for aspects.
Was that like a new company or something?
Don't worry, you'll figure it out when you get there. Trust me.
Okay,
But
answer.
it's an old company to say, not new. It's a very very old.
All right.
Some will say as old as time.
I mean, it must be really secretive because I've never heard of aspects for.
Ah, okay. Again, they come and go. I'll put it like that. It's a come and go company. They come around, they go back around.
All right. Whatever you say,
All
boss.
right,
For
thank you,
that much
madam.
money, I'll work for anyone.
Okay, no problem now. And then I will shake her hand. I will bid her adieu, and I will be off to my next stop.
All right.
I will also send Indy like, hey, let her come through Indy. No, she'll have to pass. She's cool. She's cool.
She will have access to the public floors until Master Zevral has approved her for access to the forge and any other sectors as our personnel.
Cool. Hops in vehicle, heads to Dacus.
All right. So, like I said, that's about an hour, hour and a half drive. Tickets to Diormona, um, which is the central nexus between uh, Diormona and Shondell. Um, it's effectively like the security checkpoint um, district, and uh, the Iron Mantle is operated out of um, the divested armory, um, which is a repurposed um, uh, security building. Um, and I'm presuming you let Dawkins know that you're on the way.
Yeah, I do. I'm not gonna just be like, hey, pop open your door, kick in your front door. I'm here. Like, no,
Sup,
I will
bitches?
give him a. I will send him a message.
All right. Um, so you are greeted at the front gate by a uh, what are they called? Flamit. Uh,
Is it a security check? Is it a
no, no, no.
greeting party?
Um, it's the species of the character that I'm trying to.
Oh, okay. Wait, isn't Doc is a Leonin?
Yes, Dacus is a Leonin, but
Okay.
you are greeted by a Genasi.
Oh,
Yeah, a flame Genasi. Uh, and he's kind of stocky. He says, "Hello, Mr. Wondox. My name is Rico Blaze. I am, oh, rather, I'm Sergeant Blaze. Director Dacus um, told me that you were on the way, and that I was to escort you to his office when you arrive."
much appreciated. Much appreciated, Sergeant. After you. And I before I got the car, I also did the horror again. I kind of let the creepy noise go off just to give him a little fright. Yeah. Nah, yeah. I will never get over that. Never gonna get old.
That's
All right.
it's an interesting ride you have there.
Oh,
Mr.
it's living.
Wondox.
It's because it's living.
Oh, all right. Well, boss is this way. Come with me.
After you.
And he leads you into the building, past the front desk. You get into the elevator and go up a couple floors. Um, and when the door opens on the fifth floor, it is effectively just Docus's office. Um, Wondox.
Hello, Docus.
Been waiting for you. What can I do for?
Ah, I
What can I
thought I
do
would
for?
come by and see if I could check out those 10 guys I've asked out.
Yeah. So here are the dossiers, and he slides a stack of folders over towards you.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Put together a solid team that cover pretty much any situation that you might get them into. I got a
Mm.
communications guy, covert operative, analyst, pyrotechnics. Matter of fact, Sergeant Blaze here is one of the 10. Um,
Oh, so stocky.
yeah, got a defensive specialist, medic, code breaker, heavy arms, and even got a scion for you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. One of them jumped down here?
Yeah, you'd be surprised who
Falls through cracks.
yeah.
Oh, man. I get more and more weirded at them like that. Okay. How much will you need for their, well, I need to pay for their employment?
Hmm. Well, standard fee is 20 gold a month, so for 10 personnel, I'd say that's about 2 platinum.
I give them 4.
Um,
Here's 4 platinums.
am I missing something here? Are
Let's
you
just say we're gonna be traveling a little bit, so I'm just covering some traveling fees on top of that.
all right? Traveling,
Hmm.
traveling. I thought you
Mm-hmm.
was done with that map making bullshit.
Oh, it's not map making. And I look okay because it's who's in the room with him? Is it Sergeant and him?
No, Sergeant left once
Okay,
you stepped off the elevator.
okay, so it's just me and Doc is in here.
Yeah.
I I'm gonna look and see if I can detect anything that is like a surveillance camera in the room
Give me
real quick.
give me a perception check and an investigation check.
Okay, let me get to my character sheet. I had him. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so you said
Investigation and
perception
perception.
and
Investigation.
okay, and investigation. Heard them both go off. So we have
Okay.
ourselves
Well,
a
perception is solid. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So that was
damn, a little 23 on both of them. That's crazy when I accidentally click both. So yeah,
no,
23 and
you were rolling with advantage, so you got
oh, then
yeah,
4
you got
and 6.
um actually a 43 because you did explode. Um,
Oh, okay. Yo,
yeah.
then yeah, 23 plus 34.
Yeah.
That's 57. I see the cracks in the walls, and I know where he has splitters in his table.
Yeah. Yeah. My office is not bugged, Wondox. What do you want to
Uh,
say?
cool. Have you ever heard the term aspects before?
Yeah, no shit. I'm a security officer.
So you know what I am.
I had speculations, but no solid evidence to confirm it.
Cool then. So I'll go ahead and say I am. And I am apparently a part of a group of others right now who are also there.
Okay.
And we're looking to do some good in the world. So we need some help. And since I know you have a crew of people that don't mind helping out, I'm lending out my hand to get help from you. One of my favorite guys who can protect me and people. So we're looking for y'all to help us out on our adventure.
All right. So you're looking to effectively recruit some of my personnel, excuse me, for some sort of task force.
In a sense.
All right. That's um that's fine. Uh
Do you need some extra compensation for this?
yeah, I was just gonna, you know, actually
I
I'll let you take that up with them. This will be fine
uh,
for me. But
okay.
uh their pay going forward, you negotiate with them yourself. And don't don't jip my guys. Okay? They'll do good
So,
work. They will follow your orders and they'll actually if you need them to, they'll even train some civilians. They'll train up new recruits. Uh, all of them have leadership potential and a moral compass that got them into some trouble. So it's
how
not a
how much are we
not
talking?
a
Like, a
they
I
don't
didn't want
fold.
that.
They don't fold. They don't
Ah,
fold for a check. So they're honorable people, is what I'm trying to say.
Doc, is didn't you hear? I'm an Aztec. I do nothing but honorable stuff above board.
All right, you have reformed the Green Gang pretty pretty effectively. So I just want to make sure my guys are taken care of. That's all I'm trying to
I
say.
can, and again, we're not worried about money today, Doc. Cause that much we all both know.
All right. Well, um, some of them may have team members that they might want to suggest.
Bring along,
Yeah.
bring along.
Yes. And of
Okay,
course, they're again these are working. They're all soldiers. Uh, or
okay.
security officers, personnel, militant personnel in some degree. So all of them will be capable of handling whatever field operations you need.
Okay, that's always a plus side on my end for these with groups that they're doing. Okay, can you set up a meeting to where they all just meet me in a room and I can let's have a big meeting, get it all out the way instead of having to talk to them individually.
Yeah, that's fine. Some of them are out on assignment at the moment, but I can have them meet you. Well, where you give me a location, and I'll have them there for you. Probably
Cool,
tomorrow. I can have them for you tomorrow night.
cool. That's even funner. They can see the new home they're gonna be probably trying to sleep in. Makes it easier. I can also have the guys look at them, make sure they have no problem. Because dear God, I don't know how they're gonna feel. But hey, we'll see how they feel.
All right.
Uh, I will hand him the card of to Indy's location. I will actually no pause. I'm gonna send him a mental message that shows the location of where the dog is located, where Indy's located, to meet me there.
All right. I will make sure that they arrive in Shondell tomorrow, 1600 hours.
1,600 hours. Oh my god, I always liked you. You were always so militant. Oh god, Dawkins. That's why I like you.
That's why I
More
got
professional.
fired.
Yes. Why more militant than I am. Woo! Okay. All right, Dawkins. Also, hey, we do understand I'm not telling everybody what I am. I'm just telling you and maybe a select few other members what I am. So download.
Of course, I handle public security for the entire lower state. I know how to keep a secret.
Again, just want to make sure before the rest of the world finds out about what we may or may not be doing. I guess they say try to keep a handle on things, they say.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
All right. All right,
I'm
Doc.
prepared to go over.
Okay. Did you like ever wonder which one I was at any chance?
There are different types. I just thought you all got
Oh,
like.
yes. Where there's so my God, it's like some people know, some people don't know. Dang, like people just don't even know all about it right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I know that they've shown up a couple times over the last 1,000 years, and there's not a lot good to say. I mean, there's some good, of course, but uh, with every bit of good, there's somebody that's got something negative to say. But the negativity is usually coming from the corrupt side of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those assholes. ah, great times.
Well, you take care, Wondox. I'll make sure that
Uh,
those personnel are to your location by 1600 tomorrow.
no problem. No problem. Thank you, Dawkins.
Take care, Wondox.
Bye bye. And I flashed up the fuck out of
Uh, why? All right, aspect.
it. Okay, God. Now I gotta go see Cogs, and now I'm back in the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
God, I kind of wish I had made the. Oh, wait, I'm gonna change the tone of how it honks now. Nope, I'm gonna make it more dumber. Okay, so I go on to Cogs then. Now I'm going to go see Cogs.
Okay. Um, and you pull up to Gearworks Central, um, and walk into reception, and actually waiting for you at reception is Phaso Prime. Ah, Wondox. I noticed that you were approaching at a average speed, so I decided to meet you here in the lobby.
Oh
Um,
man, average speed sounds crazy when you say it out loud like that. Cogs.
well,
Ah,
um, I have registered you in spurts moving rather quickly across the city, but you were moving comparable to standard traffic today,
let's just say I get around fast when I need to.
naturally. So, to discuss,
Private room.
yes, uh, we will discuss the nature of my investigation. Um, yes, Gamma, Delta, Phi, and Theta uh, had encrypted files in their databases, and after decrypting and recompiling the information, I have noticed several references to a Zelenia Vargos. Do not understand her importance to the four corrupted ones, but they have sufficiently infiltrated the Durin Industries manufacturing process and stolen several schematics that they then modified and produced within workshops and supplied to this Zelenia. Uh, they are also maintaining servers in several locations that location have been scribe blocked. Uh, in attempts to locate the physical locations have led us on boundless relays and consumed excessive portions of computing power that are still preoccupied trying to decipher where exactly these locations are. I wish I had better news, but it does appear that there is some uh, a decent amount of data that is still being processed through each of these locations, and the um, cause of the corruption is still unknown. Um, or the intentions of the corruption is still unknown.
Okay. What do we have on this person? What do we know about her?
Zelenia Vargas, last noted to be affiliated or associating with the Bloody Clouds, contracted Gamma, Delta, Phi, and Theta in an orthodox
Cogs, bring
manner.
it back. Cogs, Cogs.
Apologies. Attempts to gather additional information on this Selenia Vargos is proven taxing. My
Don't.
processors are having issues holding on to information about her. The her name is one that can that is remained a staple within my databases, but additional information is deleted almost immediately after it is uncovered. I do not know what is wrong with my circuitry.
You might have to find a way to reroute that Cogs because that's gonna be an issue. Okay, so it was her. God. Do you have any of those locations that the files have been sent to? Let me ask that. Or is that another issue?
I was able to uncover names of roughly three per three per three per 3% of the missing individuals, and retaining the information has been a core function that I've focused on until this meeting.
Cogs, send them over to me now. I'll
Of
handle
course.
that part. Okay.
And he actually pulls out a pen and paper and begins to like uh, iRobot style print them on this sheet of paper. Uh,
Okay.
right. This is the safest method of
Cogs.
transferring the information, and thusly I can ensure
Does
that it
Cogs
is
have
not.
a mental space real quickly? Does he have an actual brain or is he full on robot?
He has a pseudo brain,
Can I
but
tap into that pseudo brain of his to see if I can get a clearer statement from that brain?
yeah. Give me a wisdom saving throw. Actually, give me an intelligence saving throw.
Wisdom or intelligence? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We love to see the choices of life. Okay. God, not my best thing, but we'll see what happens. 18.
Okay. You managed uh, to get in to um, his mental space or his brain space, and um, you can see uh, that there is like there's it looks kind of like an office, like a server room with programmers sitting at terminals sifting through information, and there's cables routing up towards the ceiling, um, and information is traveling on these like blue packets, like these blue uh, beams through these tubes. Um, and one of the tubes uh, is significantly darker than the others, and it is sending red packets. Um, and there's two other ones that are about the same color, like that are the same level of darkness, that are pulling down these yellow packets. Um, and as best you can tell, something is actively trying to, uh,
Fuck with
uh,
him.
right.
Okay. Can I, as a God, it's not girl. No, no, no. Let me. Can I check to see how magical is in nature?
Okay. Um, that would be a Arcana check.
I'm on it. Should be good in that thing.
Okay.
13. God, can I have an advantage? Do I have an advantage or no?
Yes, you do. You have
Okay,
advantage.
26. 26.
Uh, um, it is not magic per se, but it is familiar. Um,
Did I learn how to mess with her stuff before? Because I remember I learned how to mess with it.
you can see, rather, you have her eye,
Mm-hmm.
um, um, but that's um, what you were able to
Get from her.
write. Um,
So I can't fix.
Virtu- Virtuos was the one who showed the capacity to actively like disrupt her. I mean, because you have God eyes. You do have God's
Mm-hmm.
eye. Um, uh, that just lets you see that she's doing things. It doesn't actually allow you to manipulate what she's doing. Um,
Okay, so I had to ask the young virtuoso to come fix this man. Uh,
but yes, that's why you're able to see that there are a few wires that are sending that information and attempting to take uh, information out of his brain. So
is there any way for me to give him like a quick purify, not to last long, but like to at least give me that much of seconds, I guess to say of it?
um, yeah, sure, you can try and cast a what spell are you gonna attempt to use?
God, God, I would say I'm gonna have to go greater restoration if that's a possibility, just to give it a brief moment of him to give me good information.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
Okay,
gonna run with greater
restoration.
restoration.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you cast a greater restoration, um, and
I put my hand
uh,
on his face.
okay. Um, uh, Thank you, Wondox. I appreciate your assistance with the corruption that I have been facing over the last few days looking into this for you. Uh, will provide you with all of the information that I still currently have. As I said, looking into this character has caused lapses in my data and perversions of my code, and
I can only. I don't know how long I can give you, but I'll give you as much as you can just to give me what I need.
yeah, and so he finishes writing out the information for you, um, and uh, he's given you about 200 names uh, in various places, like in their geographical locations, basically the street that they live on, and if they're in like an apartment or a home or something like that. He gives you general information on these people, um, and uh, that is all I was able to decipher in the time that I before you
That's
came
fair.
to retrieve it. I do hope that this is sufficient, and also do please relate to uh, uh,
Darren
the
Industries.
yes that I am taking steps to address the breach in their system. There is a back door that I have uncovered and will attempt to patch. I do not know how successful I will be as Gamma, Theta, Phi, and
Would it not be more advantageous to send Darren the back door and let them handle it?
I do not currently possess any contacts at Durant Industries, and
Let's
I
say I do.
well, then he takes a stone and holds it to the side of his head, and some lights flash, uh, and then he places it back places it on the table and slides it to you with the previous information. He says, Provide this to your contact, and they should know what to do with it."
Understood, Cogs. All right, don't worry about the matter no more. Just make sure if there's anything like this happens again, and if you get any one of it, you send it over to my people. Do you understand me, Cogs?
Yes, yes, sir, Mr. Wondox. I will do my best to maintain full faculties to report to you with.
And I'll see if I can bring a guy by to fix you up for right now. He's really good at fixing things, apparently.
You have you have my gratitude.
All right, Cogs. Okay.
Take
All
take
right.
care.
You take care too, Cogs. I'm sure gonna me anytime soon, please.
Oh, that is far from possible at this moment. I am only experiencing 10% corruption in my code, and actively preparing as we speak.
All right, good to hear. All right, then, Cogs, I will bid you adieu.
Travel safe, Londox.
I always somehow do. And I will flash step out of there.
All right, the last stop on this here sideshow. I do believe you are checking in with the
On back.
yes, with the Shadow Weaver himself.
So I'm gonna pull up to the back alley that I know he needs me to go through. And I will honk my horn and will go.
um,
And then I will step out the vehicle and I will let it disappear.
mhm. um, and out of a bookshelf door, like a bookshelf swings out, and uh, out steps Makalin. You know,
Hey, Matt.
you got a lot of nerve showing back up here. What do you need, Wondox?
Mac, I come by here because if I do remember correctly, I'm not the one who dragged me out of nowhere to come have a little chitty chat with y'all.
That was fractured, you know it.
I know, but I don't appreciate you have the balls and gumption after no apologies were granted onto your other self to me. But I'm not here to have a conversation of anger. That's not my nature. I'm trying to make sure right now that you're okay, Mac.
You're you're here to make sure that I'm okay.
Mac, I like to think that we all have a great understanding of what goes on down here, and we have a flow of things that goes well. And if anything interrupts the flow, what we all get disruption, Mac. Especially after I've been doing things and make sure our flow moves even bigger than before. Better.
Yeah. Hmm.
So, Mac, I also came down here to ask, hey, Mac, do you have anybody free?
uh, no, no. The order needs everybody that we have on deck right now. We just got a big influx of territory, and we need to kind of show that we can handle it. Remember?
Yeah, okay, just thought I asked. Well, let me ask this, Mac. I'm looking for a very Pacific, let's not say Pacific, I'm looking for some people to do a job. And I came to you to make sure one, you're okay, two, everything's running smoothly, and see if you knew a person that needs a job.
Everyone that I'm presently aware of would be an invaluable asset to the Eclipse Order. So,
Okay. So no. That's fine. I thought I asked.
yeah, I kind of need to quadruple my manpower to handle Diorosa. I'm sorry, Dioteca. Um,
Mm,
so I'm in the process of recruiting and still scouting quite a bit.
okay.
Um,
But hey, in case you scout somebody who's not, I don't know if
yeah,
I can do this kind of line of work, but he's
if I
good.
find
You mind?
anybody, if I find
Pat?
anybody with a moral compass similar to my brothers, I will make sure that I send them your way.
Thank you, Mac. I appreciate our benefits. Now, I do want to make sure that we are still on good terms, Mac.
As long as you keep my brother out of my business, yes, we will stay on good terms.
I'll
But I
try
do
my
not
best,
want to
Mac,
see that
but you know
purple
your
skinned
brother's a
couple
little
ever
of
again.
a
You understand?
weird golly Jew gooder.
Yeah, I know.
I
Keep him
just
out of my
want to
shit.
make sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks. Now,
No problem. Mac.
again, for the territory. Fuck you for knowing my brother and telling him that I exist. Uh,
Sir, again, he was gonna find out. I didn't know he was your brother. That's on you. He didn't tell me anything.
fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Do me a favor. Try and get him out of my city. Try and get him out of the country as quickly as possible. I don't want to risk running into him again. Cause
That's what I'm trying to recruit people to, so we can go on a little of a trip right now to go and do good around the world.
all right. Um, he throws a card in your direction. He says, "That's a
Yank.
guy I've been looking at. His name is Phantom, or goes by Phantom. Um, he might be willing to help you, but he's pretty tough to narrow down when he doesn't want to be found. So bear that in mind." Um,
Okay, so wait, how does if I put out hey, I'm looking for the Phantom, will he show up randomly in a corner box when I'm not looking?
um, your friend Durin will have a solid idea of how to reach out to him.
Oh, cool. I get to talk to Darren about stuff. Got it.
All
All
right.
right, then. All right, Mac. It's good to see you're still okay.
Yeah, I'm as good as I'm gonna be for now. So you you be safe out there. Thank you again for the territory. Keep my brother out of my shit.
Well, then no problem. Hey, by the way, I give him one platinum coin, and I fling it his way
He
for the
he
trouble.
catches it without he catches it without catching it.
For the
Like,
trouble.
and he nods in your direction.
All right, then off I go. Flash stepping away out of the area.
Right. And so that
Yeah.
would be uh, where we end this sideshow. You
Mm-hmm.
can pick up uh, with Wondox and the rest of the aspects um, on Friday for episode 21 of Aspects and Voice. If you enjoyed this episode's content, please consider dropping a like, hitting that subscribe button, and pressing the bell notification anytime so you get notified anytime we do anything here on the channel. As always, I have been your host, Soulsym Mirak, and with us for this sideshow was Wondox the Wonderkid.
I'm making moves, y'all.
Till next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and have a wonderful evening, everyone. Good night.